Cherry is my flavor, always for your pleasure. We both love hell of a boss and wanna make love in one of the classy rooms of Has-Been Hotel. We're wild and crazy, even more when we're together. People can't stand us, I bet, but I don't ever regret the moment you and I met. And I know you feel the same as you love to tame that wolfy girl inside of me. We kiss and we feel the love we all and never let go. Side by side we're in love, even when we're apart. We're still in each other's heart, and nobody can mess with us. We fight harder than a million, whatever it takes. Our love like a bowling ball, striking out all the pins in the court. Can't stop loving the way we do, and we'll never let each other go. Oh yeah, you bring me close. My heart skips a beat, my spine shivers. I dreamt this for so long, and now you're here with me, holding me tight. We keep living, loving each other, and it never gets old. People won't understand, my parents won't approve, but I don't care what anybody thinks, because what we have is more precious than the one ring itself. We kiss and we feel the bliss, we hold on, we never let go. Side by side we're in love, even when we're apart. We're still in each other's heart, and no, nobody can mess with us. We fight harder than a million whatever takes. Our love like a bowling ball, striking out all the pins in the court. Can't stop loving the way we do, and we'll never let each other go. Oh yeah, we don't know how we do it, but we do it with ease. And we're proud how far we've come to make our stand against them all who try to tear us apart. I love you, oh I really do, and I know you do too. We kiss and we feel the bliss, we hold on, we never let go. Side by side we're in love, even when we're apart. We're still in each other's heart, and nobody can mess with us. We fight harder than a million whatever it takes. Our love like a bowling ball, striking out all the pins in the court. Can't stop loving the way we do, and we'll never let each other go. Oh yeah. So you kiss me and say you love me, but then you move away feeling ashamed. I don't know how you can say what you've said and walk away as if it never happened. Maybe I'm too much into this, too mesmerized by your kiss, craving your touch like a dog craves its master. Don't know what went wrong, but you tell me that it wasn't me. Hard to believe when that's been said before, and it was a lie. Hurts more to be lied to by you than the pain that comes from the truth. And I know you never meant to hurt me, 'cause
Well, Wolfie, hello, everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
how are you doing today, Charlotte?
I'm doing all right. You?
Surviving the humid summer we're going through. Right? Lots of humidity. Do you
Yeah.
do you guys get do you guys get the humidity much in the Pacific Northwest?
Mm-hmm.
I assume you do.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
And here's my friend's uh, frame, my sign right there from Friends. How you doing?
How you doing?
Uh huh. Got got that
I
from.
like that. I like that sign. Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
you
got
doing?
doing good. I got that free just on the street. It was just had a label that just said free on it, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. So I took it.
Hey, why not?
And from what
You
my
know
mom
you.
did research,
Yeah.
she goes, it's $18. And I was like, $18 for a sign that just says how you doing on it. And it has the
Right.
friends from Friends. I don't get the how it's that expensive, but well, free is
Well,
better, I
the
guess.
person. Well, you lucked out because the person that maybe didn't think about selling it, but just decided to give it away, and you got you got an $18 frame for free. I say you made out well as a bandit.
Mm-hmm.
I
Totally.
would say, hey mom, are you there? Hi, Charlotte's mom.
He
I
said
always
hi.
see her hand come over and say,
He
hey,
said
how's it
hi to
going?
you, the co-host, Mikey.
Yeah, me and Suzanne were saying hello. Hi, mom.
Here's the hand. It's coming in.
Yeah, there's the hand. Hi, hand. Hi, mom.
Live long and prosper.
Oh, li- oh, women have that capability. Me, not so much. Yeah, yeah, I know. I tried it.
I can't do it with this one though. This one I can't put
Yeah,
this one finger in, but I could do this one easily.
yeah.
Both ways.
Oh, sure. That's
Yeah.
definitely easier for you. No problem. Uh, it's open. It has Streamyard. So PvP. Um, you don't need the link to get here. So just come on by, and also if Larry's around, um, Curtis Selby, of course, our tired midnight karaoke blogger, if he's around. Uh,
I sent it in the
I'm
Facebook.
glad. Yeah, I am glad to be here. I just wanted to say, as always, I'm honored and blessed to be a part of Charlotte Nightstar, the Werewolves panel.
Mhm.
Uh, I did want to mention something that about the Glenn Lawrence podcast. I thought it went pretty well, and yeah, there's still a lot of things that need to, you know. All I can say is that Glenn is a cool guy. I can tell he's God fearing. I can tell that he just my honest opinion, as I mentioned earlier in my podcast, in my own web stream or live stream earlier this afternoon, um, he just needs to learn a few more things, and maybe he needs a humbling or two, just to be humbled. I don't know. Whatever happens in your life, usually when you have a earth shattering event, it humbles you. So maybe, maybe. But he is a good gentleman. So, and I'm really glad, Miss Charlotte, that you brought him on board, and glad to see the podcast yesterday.
Mhm.
It went really. I think it went pretty well for you. It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've
And
known Glenn. I've known Glenn for 2 years. Knew him since I was 20, and so he's a great guy. You
cool.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and again, um, please forgive me about grown ups. He said something about stinky, and I didn't think it was in good taste. That's the only reason I timed him out for like 30 minutes. I didn't
Oh,
time him for too long.
yeah, he was joking. 'Cause that's what he does with Glenn. They have this, humor. His community, has people that seem like they're trolls, but they're not. They're just rough
Right.
housing. They're just rough housing, and so
I
it's
didn't
okay.
know. I didn't know. So
Yeah.
again, my apologies.
Hmm.
Won't happen again. I just saying that now that I know that they are friends and they get along, Hey, where did it come from?
I got this free too.
She got this. My mom got this free too, so she's got a bear that just can't get over me.
How cute. I
Mm,
think I told you, Suzanne has a pet name. I'm her Huggy Wuggy Bear, and she's my Blue Angel Bear.
oh,
Yeah, we have pet names for ourselves. Yeah, I call her my Blue Angel Bear eternally, and I'm her Huggy Wuggy Bear. And she's used to calling me Mikey, so I'm fine with that. But I know that if I'm in trouble, she will say my full name, just like I'll say hers. Sam, you know, or she'll say Michael. She's really upset with me. So
Mhm.
you just don't want to be called by your full name.
No, when you're in the doghouse.
Mm, yeah, I knew that a lot with my mother. Apparently, she'd say,
Mhm.
Michael, and
Oopsie
all
daisies!
right,
What did I do?
yeah. Well, Charlotte, does your parents have a nickname for you, or is it just Charlotte? Just your name, Charlotte. Well, I know your real name, so I won't say it. But yes, but Charlotte is like a cute, like Charlotte's Web.
No, I made Charlotte on my own. I used it
Oh,
as a um, an alias, and
ah,
that's how I started. I was Charlotte Nightstar at first on Facebook.
right, right.
That's when I was starting with. I was just a rando, I wasn't much of, and I still am a rando. But it was before I started my own Twin Peaks community due to the toxicity that I was enduring, being bullied and everything.
I'm so
Uh,
sorry you were going through that.
yeah, and so I made my own group. I was pretty much putting, giving them the finger, like saying, "Hey, you're gonna play games with me that you can make the most toxic thing out there to ruin a fandom. Well, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna build something to stop you from that."
Offset to
Yeah.
offset toxicity. Yeah.
Yes, and so far it's probably the best, if not, well, at least one of the best, if not the best, Twin Peaks groups on Facebook.
Yeah.
And so I kind of branched it into Instagram a bit. It's not that big; it's a little bit, and but yeah, I think that gave me the encouragement, um, the confidence to build myself up. And this was before I started my YouTube channel. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I think it was more when I was doing the songwriting, and I was friends with Perp. Like I met him a little over a year after I built the Twin Peaks community,
Yeah. Keep
and
going. I'm going to add something. Hold on.
and yeah, and he's never watched Twin Peaks, but he loves David Lynch, and so it was like that was cool. That was the bond we had when we met on YouTube. And so he showed off a program called Suno, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try this out because I always wanted to be a songwriter.
Yeah, that's
And
the AI, the AI version of being able to do it without pen and paper, right?
mhm,
Without kind of writing the lyrics yourself. That you can type those lyrics in yourself,
yeah,
right?
and there are times I do write the lyrics on pen and paper. There are times when I just have an idea and I just write it down. Either it could be just like a story
Okay.
idea, and yeah, and
Yeah.
I would type it out. I never use AI for my songs. I refuse because I feel like that takes the craft out of what songwriting is.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's actually kind of fun with Suno. I don't know if I ever said this, but when you write lyrics, when the Suno generates a song, the composition for it, it's
Right.
either going to come out bad or is it come out good, depending on the quality of your writing and how it's written. And so that's kind of how I sharpened my songwriting skills, was through doing that. And so with that tool, thanks to Perp,
Yeah.
I managed to get confidence to do that. My first song, um, I can't remember if it was Fatal Charmers or something like
Okay.
that.
Give me
And
a second. I want to show
and
you.
kitty show off. Oh,
No, I want to show the kitty cat.
show the kitty cat. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, this is the only one This is Moon Pie. Say hi to Charlotte.
Hi. Hi, Moon Pie.
Yeah, she's our 8-year-old. She's
Aw.
going to be 9 in March 21st. She's what we call our spring equinox baby.
Hmm.
Born right on the equinox, came from a litter of, I believe it was four cats. And she's always been nervous her whole life. Sorry about this. Yeah,
Aw, poor baby.
the bed. Yeah. Yeah. So, and the other one, Deja Vu, she's going to turn 5 December 1st. And I can't get her up here. I rely on Suzanne to do that every once in a great while. I wouldn't ask her now, but, yeah, but every once in a while. I'm sorry about that, dear Moon Pie. Let's see.
But I was happy
And
that I got to
what
start my
is it?
channel because that's when I started. And I
Yeah.
think that's what I got into it and started doing live streams. I think I was another confidence builder at the time. And so I was showing, as you remember me, I
Charlotte,
was,
you don't have to say anymore. You've come so far. I believe me, when you were first nervous and you didn't, you were our silent hostess with the mostest. I thought that was a cool. I thought that's still. I believe, Suzanne. I believe that's still a cool title, um, for yourself. But like I said, you have really opened yourself like a flower. The petals of a flower, and you opened yourself up. Uh, and you're no nonsense. I've seen some of your podcasts, and you say some of the tough questions, and you have to be that way. You have to be tough with those guys. Or with the ladies are great. With the lady that you interviewed, what was it, a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, the book lady, I think she was, like a librarian. Do you remember who she
uh,
was?
the refashioned hippie.
Yeah, that's it. The refreshed hippie.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was like
she
a
lost her.
hippie child. She was cool. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
sadly, she lost her channel
Oh no, what
recently.
happened? What happened?
Yeah, well, she had 3 strikes in the period of a month or 3 months
Oh
due to
no.
the fact that AI detected her boobs. So she was showing off her cleavage a little bit too much, maybe, and the
Mm.
AI took it as showing off sexuality or nudity. And
Provoking
so,
sexuality and yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
so she lost her
Wow.
channel. She can't get it back. So she's thinking about going to Twitch. She's thinking about she's done Rumble. She's in Rumble right now.
Hmm.
And she has her
Tell her not.
Discord. But
Yeah, tell her not to try OBS. Okay, my friend Larry has tried OBS and it hasn't turned out well. And he doesn't like to pay for StreamYard, but bear in mind, even though StreamYard is a bit expensive, the first plan you purchase, you can still bring 10 people to your panel, and you've got other little things as well. You do qualify if you get some people to join StreamYard through your own encouragement, through the referral links that you post. You get $25 off your bill. Yeah, you get a $25 savings. They save $10 off their very first month's bill. So it's not a bad deal. I mean, I know it seems a little unequal, but actually, in the end, it's win-win. So
yeah.
it's a good thing. Yeah,
Hmm.
I have had so far with our channel. I've had so far about 5 views. I believe 5 people have viewed the referral link, but they haven't initiated yet.
Hmm.
So maybe they're just they're a little nervous. Has your friend has Hippie tried Restream? Restream is usually a really it's not the most sophisticated thing in the world, but it's a good fallback if she wants to try that.
I don't know. I'll ask her, but I haven't been in much contact with her lately.
Yeah,
She's too busy and she's dealing with a lot of stuff. But yeah,
yeah.
so
It's
yeah, with YouTube
Restream.
gone, she can't do it. I
Yeah.
have Restream. I have Restream though, but I
Oh,
never
you do
used it.
too? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yes, I do carry. It's a fallback. It's an option, last option kind of deal because, let's say Streamyard gets you get a strike, you get knocked out, or something happens with it, and you try to get it back. So having Restream there, at least it's going to give you a chance to still run your channel. It's just that you'll have to wait to find out what the problem was with the Streamyard. if somebody would try to hack it or did some other thing to it. So yeah, it's good to have that as an option. I'm glad you do have Restream too. It's good to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
those are
do
really the only two. Yeah, StreamYard and Restream, in our opinion, is probably the only two good ones that work. Everything else is just kind of like, yeah, it's a
yeah.
hit or miss. Yeah.
I know
But
Troy and Netter are using something else. I can't remember what it was called, but they used it when they interviewed me, and they still use it with their streams because they said StreamYard was too expensive or whatever it was, and so they moved to
well,
that.
I don't know about Troy's lifestyle, but but he looks so sophisticated. I find it kind of hard for him to have you know, seeing that StreamYard might be too expensive. But hey, I'm not going to question what he does. Those guys
Yeah,
are really nice. I really love Netter's network. She's always welcoming, always hospitable, and Troy's a decent man. You know, I think he's lucky. I totally think he's a lucky man. Like I'm lucky with Suzanne, he's lucky with Netter. Netter is a great person, and she's been showing herself more now. She's been
hmm
showing herself more on camera. That might have something to do with you yourself being able to overcome and be able to be on camera more. That could be. Yeah,
could be. Yeah.
yeah. So, what other people have you wanted to interview, or what? Do you already have a list of people that are coming up? Because I always make sure the notification is on for me for you when you do these podcasts.
Let me see. I was really hoping to interview Brucifer Morningstar, who is Kingdom of Nerds. He's a comic book guy, nerd, obviously. Um,
Obviously,
I wanted to interview him and especially talk about Superman because he said he
yes,
was he was going to be like on the camping at the theater, waiting for it
yeah,
to open to get the tickets and get right on in. So I want
absolutely. Have
I want
Have
to
you seen Superman yourself?
I've seen the bootleg. It looks cool. It's cool. I mean,
Yeah. Have you
Superman
seen
gets
the movie?
his
Have you seen the movie?
yeah.
Oh, you did.
Superman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Superman movie,
yeah.
Hornswoggle and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking Superman is getting his butt kicked way too much. This how is he
No, no, no. You gotta
Superman?
love. You gotta love that. You know what? Let's do this. You and I, since we're here, we're co-hosts, whatever, and we've seen Superman. This will give me the perfect opportunity, along with you, to talk about Superman. Also, I wanted to ask: have you already seen Jurassic World Rebirth with ScarJo?
I haven't. I haven't yet. No.
Okay, then I don't want to talk about that one because I would probably give you way too many spoilers. Um,
hmm
and I got to mention something really quickly about Fantastic Four First Steps. They showed the ending online. It is available right now on YouTube. And I was so upset.
Wow.
I want to, no, 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 because they're going up against Galactus, which I knew. But uh, they've already shown the ending, like how it ends and everything. And I was like, oh no. Yeah. And I wanted to go see it with Suzanne end of this week, toward the end of this week. It's Thursday. We were going to go see it. Um, I'll tell you, this one horror film looks really good. A great psychological horror called Together. That looks good. I don't know if you've seen trailers for that yet. But it looks really, mm, it's one body going into another and vice versa, like a transference of bodies and minds. And oh, it's weird, but it looks good. Yeah. And we're going to go see that in a place called The Beaches. It's a nice little theater down near downtown Toronto, near the waterfront. That's going to be on Friday. So that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah.
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 Okay,
So,
another
yeah.
I think other people let me see here. Other people I wanted to interview were there was a musician friend I wanted to interview called IA Unfocused, aka Nalani, sorry. She's a very awesome guitarist and instrumentalist, and she's actually a music teacher, I think, for kids
Nice.
and for grade school. And
Yeah.
I haven't asked her yet if she's still up for it. I was
Mhm.
kind of taking a break from the podcasting for some reason. I just felt like there was a week I actually
Go
I
ahead.
think I took a month break actually because I didn't do a streaming on the every other week I was doing at 1 month, and I
Right.
was just like, I need a break. Like as much as I love streaming and hanging out with you all, it's just sometimes I just need that mental break. Even though I do it every other week, I give myself the week break to recuperate and redo it again.
That
Um,
actually helps. I
it does.
I I found that I'm now adopting the style that you do every other week. I noticed that Dan, our friend Sci-Fi Sit Dan,
Mhm.
Daniel has done the same thing. He wants, but actually he's cutting back this entire month uh, through till at least I think until at least the early part of August. Um, I love doing the shows with him and PvP about indoctrinating the man into more of the Trek universe because he is definitely a Star Wars fan. There is no doubt he is a hardcore fan. Um, and I don't know if you see. I'm pretty sure you have seen some of our live streams we've done,
Mhm.
and we're just trying to get him, to become more of a Trekker, and he can stay a Warzy. That's what they used to call them back then. But he can. We also want to immerse him so that he can have both worlds, both franchises, and then he can talk about them all the time. And whenever
Mhm.
he wants to talk about Star Trek or Star Wars or however or whatever other Marvel DCU, whatever comes out, um, you can talk about it. And you know, I know you love movies. I love movies. I'm a nut when it comes to movies. I really enjoy them. Um, I have to say, there's been really some interesting films we've seen these last couple of months. No doubt, no lie. I mean, there's some really uh, amazing psychological horror thrillers we're seeing mostly. But we do on occasion. We get to see the Superman and the Jurassic World Rebirth. Without spoiling anything, it does give you a nostalgic feel for the original Jurassic Park because the whole concept of where they're going to this way out there, near French Guiana, going out to this way out island where they started the original experiments when they first found out about Jurassic Park. And well, this time BD1's not in it, so well, I think he was
Darn.
killed in Dominion. I don't remember, but the last one they did,
Mhm.
Jurassic World. But it's been now. Um, the premise is that it's been over 30 years, 32 years since they did, or 15 years, whatever the premise is. Yeah, it's at least 30 years. But anyway, so it's been over 30 years. And the world has realized that the ones that all the uh, dinosaurs that escaped from the previous island that was going under, whatever, they're all around the world. But now they're less in number because for whatever reason, they started dying off.
Mhm.
And so when you get into uh, rebirth, they're really going to the last island, that one of the few last islands that they still thrive on, that they still are living on. And it concerns a global wide virus, which is killing everyone. You can guess where they got that from, that premise idea. And so, what is needed is the dino DNA of three unique dinosaurs. And that's all I'll say. I mean, you have to go see it if you get a chance, or stream it online. It's available online too. You can stream it. Check it out, Jurassic World Rebirth. It's quite good.
Sure. That
Um,
is that is
has a
funny.
great ending too.
Oh, nice. Actually, that's
Yeah.
funny when you brought up the DNA thing.
Yes.
I actually wrote a fun parody script for some friends that I have, and I was just doing it for fun, just being
Yeah.
um, just putting my creativity to a very funny thing. And I actually did a spin on the fact that with me being the werewolf, right? Like I was a president of the United States, and I was on a vacation on this. I was on this vacation on this island with my close friend, and we run this island, and we know somebody who bought it for us, and I gave the guy a pardon so that he could help me out with some stuff, and I wanted to make the military with werewolf lupine parvovirus, which is what makes the werewolf. And so since I was gifted and I was born with it, I began putting it into people. So I would get this one person and invite them to the island with a bunch of other friends that I had, and I would wait for the full moon to turn so I could bite them or whatever. And and the plot twist was that everybody was like me, except for a couple, and they weren't harmed because it was their freedom of choice. But it was so fun, it was a fun script because I didn't expect it to get that far and deep into, me becoming the president and just like, yeah, I'm going to make the military into a bunch of werewolves with the werewolf strength and
But
have
I like that.
some.
I like, yeah, but I like how you got into the lupine, like you said, the mythos of the werewolf clan and the legend and how werewolves. I gotta tell you, my one of my favorites really isn't Twilight. Actually, my favorite is the Underworld franchise with
Yes.
Beckinsale. I love those movies. I don't know. To me, they seem a lot more sophisticated than the Twilight films.
Oh, they
I
are.
gotta be honest, when I watched the first Twilight, and I know there have been several, but I watched the first one for like 10, 15 minutes. They left Scottsdale, Arizona. This is how ironic it was. They left Scottsdale, they moved to the Pacific Northwest, and then they all of a sudden it got boring. I was like, I don't know. Maybe it took them forever to get to the point where we find out there is that team, you know, played by Robert Pattinson. What do they call that team? Was it Team Edward or is that the other
Team
one?
Edward versus Team Jacob.
Team Jacob. That's it. And then Jacob is the werewolves, and yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how that all turned out. I heard lots of stories about those other Twilight films.
Mm-hmm.
Where Kristen Stewart goes nuts, and then she has a baby, and that was crazy.
It's meh. I mean, I'm not going to be brutal because I always say, "Oh, please don't say Twilight. Please don't say Twilight." But I don't want to be brutal. I don't
I'm
want to
so
be brutal.
sorry I said that.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying if you
There's no
like,
comparison, though. There's no
yeah,
comparison.
it's more the fact, like I don't want to be harsh. If I have fans here that love Twilight, good on you. You love Twilight. Good on you. It's
Hey,
not for everybody. It's not for
no,
everybody. I mean, I'm
no.
sure you say how dare you, but come on, we're freedom we have our likes and dislikes, and it's
Yeah.
good, but it's not at the same time for me. There's some parts I don't like the storytelling. I don't like how certain things were.
How it was
What's the
organized? How it was organized, maybe?
no? I don't know if it's how it was directed. Like it just seemed like it promoted to me toxic masculinity. Now I don't mean to be that way, but it's just the way if I studied a lot of psychology, and I know certain things that how people's behaviors can be perceived as toxic or
Absolutely.
outright mentally sick. I mean, if you find it romantic that a guy sneaks into your bedroom and is watching you sleep and you don't know about it, and he's stalked you and you have no consent, you call that romantic? Like if I
I,
saw,
I, I just can't.
I
You just
can't.
can't call that romantic at all.
No,
That's just plain. It is plain what you just said. It is stalking, and
he's stalking.
it's goofy, and it's creepy, and it's weird, and yeah, there's just no room for that. I couldn't see. I I'm a huge old school. PvP would tell you I love the old Dracula. I love the old werewolf. Um, movies. I love those kind of things. Um, like I said, with Underworld, for me, it gave me a better perspective of how long both factions had been going at it for centuries.
Yeah.
Um, that impressed me the most, and seeing Beckinsale being, you get that, third person observation from her, because
Yes.
she's telling you how it all goes down, and and how all, and then you had the crossbreed. You had the crossbreed of the werewolf and the guy who has that crossbreed, um, of both cultures, and yeah, I mean, those movies are those Underworld. Every single one of them. Original's awesome, but I've seen all the others and as well, and they're all very good. Rise of the
Mhm.
Lycans. I mean,
Oh.
I have a huge love for that one. That you know, I think I'm a closet werewolf. Don't hate me for that. I love Dracula, but I am a huge. I would say I'm a huge fan of werewolves. I really have the Lycans. Yeah,
Yeah.
lycanthropes. That is what they're real is.
Yes.
Lycanthropes. We're educating
Lycanthropes.
you, children. You got to learn.
Hmm.
Um, yes. So, and I've been watching. There's a lot of history on YouTube, believe it or not. I've watched a documentary about the Moguls. That's some
Hmm.
things I didn't know about besides Genghis Khan. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Uh, you know, a lot of wow. I'm telling you, some people have this thing for Uncle A. You know who I'm talking about, the mustache man. For some reason they have such a fascination um, with his party and everything, and so there's all of these. I mean, there's all sorts of documentaries out there about the rise and fall and all this other stuff. My mom's original biological father escaped that horrors before anything happened. He was a merchant marine
Hmm.
when he moved to the United States, to North America, and of course he found my mom's mom. My mom's mother's name was Charlotte. Also, no lie, Charlotte. Very wonderful person. Rest in peace. She was one of my favorite grandmas. I had a couple, but she was one of my favorites. And my mother was born between them, and then her biological father passed away when she was only 3 years old. Yeah, my mom was three, and then uh, her mom then remarried to a Scotsman named John Buchan, and then he became my other grandfather, because I already had a grandfather from my dad. So yeah, so he
Hmm.
was my other one. So I never got to know my mom's original father, but it's okay. I got to see another side of Scotland that and then of course I married this beautiful woman Suzanne, who is 100% Scot. She was born in Newfoundland. Her father was a Scotsman. Her mother was a French woman. Yeah. So isn't that ironic? I have a grandma who used to be Charlotte, and then I get to know you, Charlotte. I think that's really ironic, don't you think? As Alanis would say.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have her spirit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I bet you are. You could be. Yeah, I get along so well with you. I could talk to you and everything. That you're such a good person. You could be Charlotte reincarnated. You never know. Uh, I do believe in past lives. What's your view on past lives? Do you believe they actually do happen? You could have been someone in a past life.
Yeah, because there are times where it's probably weird to say this, but there are times
No.
I feel that I've been through something before, or I've seen something before, or I've been to a place before, but I can't pin out what happened, but I just know the feeling of it, of something,
We
and it's weird. So I
yeah
think it is.
yeah we and Suzanne we connected on a very deep level about that. We found out by just interpreting our dreams and how we talk to one another. Um, we were in the Civil War together, but it was really brief. We were two soldiers at the time, so she was actually a male at the time in our past lives. Um, we fought in a place called Fort Fisher, which is there in I believe in South Carolina, and this is when they first had the African American, well, people called them black or colored back then, but they had the first group that, they were no longer slaves. They got to fight, on the Union side, on the North, and we were just two Northern soldiers who were friends, and we went and fought against the Confederates at Fort Fisher, and we're talking sand dunes, mile high up, and all of this stuff, in history. And long story short, she got taken out by a mini ball, and I got taken out by a cannonball, a flying cannon. Yes,
Mhm.
instant. That was it. Over and done. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we didn't know that day. In the past life we had, we didn't know that we would, go to battle. We thought that day that already knew each other, but we had no idea we were going to go to battle together. We did. And that was kind of strange. It felt weird, and I still feel the powerful impact of that cannonball that hit me. Every once in a while, I feel it in my head because that's where it hit. It just went, zoom, took me off. That was it.
Mm.
With her, the mini ball pierced her heart, or pierced his heart when she, was a soldier, and she just fell immediately, just boom and gone.
Yeah,
It was
gone.
quick. Yeah, it was quick though. It was painless. I mean, we did the charge, and that was it. So every time I get this real emotional when Matthew Broderick in Glory. I get this real emotional moment when he leads the charge, and of course, Morgan Freeman's there, and I think an early, well, yeah, Lawrence Fishburne is there. I think there's a few others I can't really name off the top of my head, but I get emotional every time I see this charge, and I realize, wait, I was there. Why would I have these emotions if I wasn't there? If I wasn't actually in the position where we were charging the redoubt and everything there on the fort, and yeah,
Hmm.
and getting slaughtered. That's what that's what it was about. So, is there any reminiscences in your life, things that made you think that, oh yeah, maybe I was a witness to this? You're still very young, so you could, over time, if you have those strong feelings, you may be able to find yourself saying, "Yeah, I was there. I can feel this. This is definitely something." Because who knows? You could have been. You can actually be a lycanthrope in your past life. You can be. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
It's that way naturally. You don't
Yeah.
have to be injected with something like that. That's
Yeah,
just a
because there are times I just feel like I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous, but probably not. But it was like sometimes when I get very protective or I feel threatened or someone's threatening somebody that's personal to me, I get this weird sense of overwhelming power. Like I feel like I have to, protect. Like I get very near, not that aggressive, but I get really, I don't know how to describe it. But it's like sometimes I feel like it's a little something in my throat, like how a growl would be, like when I'm being
like he doesn't
threatened.
know.
Yeah,
Like
like
that.
that.
Like
Yeah, it's
that's
weird.
cool. No, that's
Yeah.
that's that's cool.
Or when
Um,
I just sense something off to the distance, and I'm always just
yeah.
looking and sensing something off. And every time, sometimes I can feel, whether it's online or if it's in person, in real life, I can sense things when they're going to be wrong, or if they
Yeah.
feel wrong. And either I test it out to see if it's going to go wrong or I back away. And usually it's a gut feeling. I don't know what it is, but sometimes when mentally I think, okay, should I do this? And if it feels like my gut is quivering, I just think, okay, what if I didn't do this? And it stops quivering. And so I just think,
Yeah.
okay, I'd rather feel at ease than feel uneasy about doing something or going somewhere or being
I
around
can.
somebody. And
Mhm.
so it's kind of like a sixth sense, I guess. even if it's something's like wrong, like somebody says something or it has a different vibe, and I can tell like there's something wrong, and they're saying, "Oh, there's nothing wrong," and then I press for it in a very genuine way, like, "Really, are you really all right?" And they turn out they're not all right, and they tell me
Sure.
what's wrong, and it's just I don't know if that's part of the wolf thing, because I know Native Americans, they believe in the animal spirit going into a human form. So maybe that could also be another thing. Like I could have possibly been Native American in my pastime. I don't know.
But do
Um,
you feel maybe that maybe you're hitting on something here. Uh, you may have well been one of those early, uh, native tribes before the white man came, uh,
mhm,
and you easily could have been a uh, a priestess, or you could have been you know um, a major lady in the tribe itself. Very prominent,
mhm.
and yeah, I mean, wow. Oh, we just had Truther came in. We had Vengeful Truther. We have Roger
Hello.
Blair. Hello to both of you gentlemen. Good to see you.
Siege, he's around, but just not. He's taking, um, he's taking his real life into more focus than the online life of modding and all that. That's basically all I know. He and I exchange a few words here and there, but we're not, talking all the time. Um, but he's okay. He seems okay. I mean, he's dealing with his own issues and he's dealing with it properly and helping his family and all that. So he's fine. I assure you. Um, um, yeah, yeah,
Fair
he's
enough.
okay. Yeah.
That's good.
He didn't mean if he abandoned you or anything. He never meant to. He needed the space. He needed the it was controlling him in a way that he was so focused on it that he's not figuring himself out as a
Right.
man, and he has to do his duty to take care of those who matter to him and
Yes.
be a good role model and try and progress in life. So
Mhm.
he's around. Um, just haven't seen him in years.
Uh,
Don't
you
bother
know,
about.
yeah.
Oh, it's been years. My golly, time's flying by. If it's
Years
been
in a
years,
while. That's what he says in a while. So
hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's fine. Yeah. Oh, in a while.
I
Okay.
in a while. Yeah. Charlotte was just mentioning to me that, she loves this idea that she gets every couple weeks off, or a week off in between so she
Hmm.
can recharge her batteries and get to do things like that. I feel like that should be something I should do. Um, but I'm going to wait until I can get these other reviews I do now on Mondays and Tuesdays. I want to get them all done. So then, as soon as they're done, then I can rest a little, recharge my batteries. She can recharge hers, and then we can get into the next phase, which is mysteries. I want to pursue mysteries, and uh, on a few episodes, I'm going to have Charlotte come up here specifically as a co-host because we have certain mysteries I like to pursue. There's things about aliens. There's the paranormal. Um, there's going to be Bermuda Triangle, things like Devil's Triangle, all of that. The other mysteries I really like talking about though is Sasquatch, and I know that Charlotte lives in Sasquatch Central. She is in the Pacific Northwest, so she more than anyone to give me. And you know what? I would love to have your friend Bob and them to come join us too, so they can be a co-host and they can tell us their stories and the ancient background of the
Hmm.
Sasquatch and how they're prevalent to native tribes, to Native Americans, and so on, and around the world. Because uh, you know, in fact, I was telling our friend Jay Aldridge and Renee that in his area of the Louisiana Bayou, they have what they call the swamp ape.
Mhm.
That is the skunk ape, also. That's the other name for it. And the skunk ape inhabits all of those bayous in Louisiana and also the Everglades. They're in the Florida Everglades. And some people might think they look like a circus ape that just escaped, like a big, huge gorilla, like a silverback or whatever, that escaped the zoo and went out. And once in a while, yes, that might be true. They might have got out of a cage and start walking around, and eventually they're taken down. But unlike those regular big orangutans and things like that, the Sasquatch is quite different, and the skunk ape is very highly intelligent. They're able to blend into the foliage. They're able to hide from people. That's why there hasn't been, as far as I know, there has been recorded an actual skunk ape capture or a kill of any kind that I'm aware of. Same with Sasquatch. And one of these days, I want to interview Mr. Millman. I think his name is Bob Millman. He works in Utah, and he is a head of the Sasquatch of the Cryptid Society there. And one of these days, I would love to get him up here on a stream to do a podcast, and I want to talk about all the sightings, the footprints, and everything that he's got in the cryptid zoology part of his wing there in Utah at the university he teaches at. And I think that'd be awesome. I would love to have. So that's a future plan. I really would like to get someone who's very, and then like we did with Bob and his wife. We can interview them, talk with them, and everything. And I think that'd be awesome. I would really love to get a hold of him.
Yeah, you
So
can. I think
that's
you're friends on Facebook, right, with Bob Antone?
yeah, Bob Antonius. Yeah, I
You
believe
can
so.
message him. You
Yes.
can message him.
Yeah, I can message him. Sure. Yeah, I can message Bob and see if he can get a hold of Mr. Millman
He
and
might.
see if we can get him on a podcast with Bob. Bob can be one of our special co-hosts, with you, me, and we could talk to them. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be great. Hope I can do that. That's something I've got planned out. I have it written down. I got it planned out for the fall. But I got it. Real life kicks in every once in a while and affects us, and then it's because we still have paperwork we got to get done. My wife and I, passports, things like that. That's other stuff that we got to take care of. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So Truther says, great interview with Glenn. By the
Hmm.
way, Charlotte. Yeah,
Yeah.
I said so too. Yeah, Truther, I said so too. I apologize for Kronos. I know he was kidding. I know he was doing his thing, but
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, because Glenn does this tactical soap promotion. So it makes you smell good as a masculine man, and gives you the pheromones that attracts women. And so Kronos does the joke like, "Yeah, you stinky man," or something like that,
You stinky
telling him to
man.
wash up with his soap. So yeah,
I like these. There aren't many. I have to say there aren't many ads I enjoy, but when I do see the ads for Old Spice, they're hilarious. They are so good. I love the Old Spice body wash. They're showing they show Asians, right, that like I hope nobody's using my body wash, and here's this blonde Asian lady right behind him going, "Oh yeah, that's mine," and all this stuff, and it's hilarious. I loved it. I loved it when they had the African American guy who's on top of a horse, and he has the Old Spice thing, and he's holy, and he's on a horse, and he says, "Just as I can show you, I can ride a horse, or do all this other stuff," and it's hilarious. PvP is here, and we have
Hello.
Alva Langer.
Alva Linker. Hey, Alva.
Hi, Alva. Welcome,
guys.
welcome.
Hi, PvP.
Hi, Charlotte. How you doing?
She's Charlotte. She's the
Everybody
werewolf
doing
who
good?
goes,
Okay.
"Oh."
I see Charlotte has put her hair back today. I thought she always liked
She
it
has.
long, like werewolf style.
I went bicycling today, so I put my hair up, and I
Okay.
and I got a plaid shirt. Let me see if I could show it off here.
Sure.
I got a plaid shirt at the
Hmm.
I think it's so cute.
yeah, I got it
I
at a
like the
garage
plaid
sale. I didn't come prepped with cash at the time. So we went there, and I said, "Okay, Mom, I have to get this shirt, so I'm gonna bike back." So we biked back, and then we came right back. And the person that held on to this said, "That's a lot of traveling for just one little blouse."
That's cute.
Well,
Oh,
you know,
did you show him?
sometimes,
Did you show him this? How you doing in the back there? Did you show him the frame
huh?
that you got
What?
for free behind you?
Ram?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That is an $18 frame PvP that she got for
Okay.
free. For free.
Wow, how did that happen?
Ask her. Ask
There's
her.
a
She knows.
backstory there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was taking a walk with my parents, and it
Uh-huh,
was as we were going home, we saw it right up against a fence saying for free, and so I was like,
Ah,
I am gonna get this for free. It's it's for friends and stuff like that, like the friends memorabilia. So I just like I'm gonna take it. It's free. I'm gonna take it, and it's positivity. So I thought, why not use it for the stream? Like, how you
nice.
doing?
Well, we
Yeah,
have our friend. Yeah.
sometimes it's oh, sorry, Mikey.
No, it's hey. Go ahead and tell Charlotte about our
No,
friend
I was just going to say,
Sci-Fi Nation who says that. How you doing?
sometimes folks leave free stuff just on the curb, I've noticed over the
Mhm.
years. And sometimes
Yeah.
there's I mean, it's often they just are moving and they want to get rid of their junk or whatever, right?
I
But
say you get
every
free
once
stuff.
in a while, you'll see something that's
Laying
like
on
a
the
really,
curb
really
or
nice,
whatever. You
like
find
a nice
something.
item, right? And it always kind of blows my mind a bit that people would just put something really nice out on the curb and go free, take it away, it's free,
Alva, how are you? Long time since I've seen you, my friend. You doing
Uh-oh,
okay?
you're muted.
Oh, you're
Oh,
muted.
you're muted. Yeah, he's
We can't
muted.
hear you.
Say something there, Alva.
You're still muted.
He's getting his settings right. He's trying to
Yeah,
work
he'll
on
get his
the settings.
settings.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, I just want to remind you guys that Gorilla's doing his mystery movie in about 25 minutes from now. So
He's doing it early? Wow.
yeah,
Mm.
he's doing it really
5:30?
well. He was going to do it at 2 o'clock Pacific, and then he moved it to 2:30 now. And I'm kind of like
Ooh,
amazed.
I
I don't
heard
know
that.
why he's doing it so early,
Heard
but
that.
it's got to be a reason.
Yeah, there we go, Alva.
Cool.
Good
But
to
he is
hear from you.
he's doing it early, and I expect you're probably going to be there to watch it with us, Mikey, because you usually do join us with the watch
I
party.
usually do. I may join you guys a little bit later. I mean, I've
Uh,
already seen Kick-Ass. I've seen the film, so
You've
I
seen
own
it
it.
already? Okay.
I've seen it, and I own it. I own the sequel too, which was just terrible.
Oh, the sequel is horrible. Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
was so
Charlotte.
disappointed.
Yeah, Charlotte, you know about the movie, right? It has the first one has Nicolas Cage playing like a Batman type character, and then you got the young Chloe Grace Moretz, playing Kick-Ass, playing
Oh
the
no, she's hit girl,
Oh,
hit girl, right?
hit girl, and she's
Yeah,
amazing. I can't
yeah.
believe the performance that actress actually put into that movie because it's almost scary. Like the move she does, the jumps, the kicks. Like
Well, she did that herself.
I know, and it's all real. It's not like CGI fakery or something, right?
No,
It's like this
no.
11-year-old girl just kicking guys' butts.
I
And
think I know what
absolutely love
movie
it.
you're talking about. You're talking about the Nicolas Cage movie with the little girl, and she says,
Yeah.
Chloe
like,
Grace Moretz,
okay,
yeah.
she says cunts, I think, in it. She says, okay,
Oh,
cunts.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's pretty yeah.
I remember that in the trailer. I remember seeing the trailer for that, and
Yes.
that
Did you ever
everybody
see
was
the
talking
movie,
about that.
Alva?
Well, there's,
I
And
haven't seen the full movie. No, I saw the
Oh, okay.
trailer. I just remember there was a big thing about the trailer.
you should pop onto Gorilla's stream because Gorilla's channel, he's got the links. Probably he'll be posting them soon, and we're having the watch party, and as I say, in about 20 something
Oh,
minutes.
cool.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the
Check it
thing
out.
is, her character is crazy because I remember there's that scene early on where her and her dad are having ice cream or something, and he says, "What do you want for your birthday?" And she says, "Can I get a puppy?" And Nick Cage is like, "You want a dog?" He's not very happy about that, right? And then she laughs and she goes, "Oh, I'm just fucking with you, Daddy."
Yeah. I remember that. I remember that from the trailer. Yep.
It's so funny. It's just
I'm just
hilarious.
fucking with you, Daddy. Yeah.
You know why
Yeah,
why
so-
why I picked it for Gorilla to show this weekend is it's got comedy, it's got action, it's got adventure, it's a superhero movie, it's got deep, dark, dramatic moments in it all through it. It's a really all-round entertaining film, and that's why I picked it.
Yeah, and Kick-Ass is played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, who could very well be the very next James Bond, if Denis
Really?
Villeneuve has any say about it. Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. Wow,
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
Villeneuve. Yeah, Denis Villeneuve. Who
Gosh.
I found this out from our Bond community because I am a worldwide Bond fan, and I can talk to certain people. And what I
Gosh.
found out was Denis Villeneuve, through sources, is now the next director. Amazon, who took it over from Barbara Broccoli and Michael G. Wilson.
Yeah.
Denis has this very small set of actors. He has this very small list of actors he wants,
Okay.
and Aaron is right at the top. So I have this feeling that he's going to be the next Bond. I sense it. I've felt it before, and I've always been usually right. So
Are
I just think it's going to be interesting.
So are you saying he's like some directors that have like a working guest list of actors they work with regularly? Is that what you're
that they have a really good relationship with? And according
Yeah.
to me, Aaron Taylor is one of those guys that he's had a very good relationship with. So
right?
do I see him playing Bond? Absolutely. They said there was this list that they
Hmm.
posted up for us, and it said, so of this list of actors that you're looking at, which one of those is either highly likely, most likely, or less likely? And Aaron Taylor Johnson was the only one, and I swear to you, was the only one that said high likely. Was like,
Well,
uh,
Kick-Ass was 2010 if I remember correctly. So
yeah,
it's
so
now
it's not,
he'll
it's
now be
many
15
ago.
years. He'll be 15 years more matured now. So
There was
Yeah.
a sequel
You know-
too, right?
this
There's
a-
Kick-Ass 2 is horrible.
Yeah, I get
That's not very
It
good. I
is.
wouldn't go see it.
I
Alba.
saw it and I was cringing through most of the film. It was so bad.
Yeah,
I
that
was
usually
too.
happens.
Well, the big mistake they brought in, the actor Mikey.
Jim Carrey for the second
Yeah,
one.
they brought in Jim Carrey as the lead instead of because they didn't have Nick Cage anymore.
They didn't have
They
Nick
brought
Cage come back.
They brought in Jim Carrey and he is just awful in the movie.
Really? Wow.
Oh, he drags down every scene. I could not stand him. And get this, after he finished the film and cashed his $1 million paycheck or whatever, when they were doing promotion for the film, he went out and did interviews, crapping all over the film, saying it was a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like,
Well,
wow, classy there, guy.
Didn't Mark Hamill do the same thing with the sequel trilogy, and he was crapping all over it. Then all of a sudden,
No.
nowadays, he's like now kissing the director's butt because he
Uh-oh.
wants more work or something.
Over- yeah.
But
Oh yeah. It's
Well,
just
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead, Alba.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mark Hamill, probably. I think he's kind of not ran out of money, but yeah, he definitely wants to be in more movies than he is, and yeah, he's sucking up to Steven Spielberg. But yeah, this guy, Aaron Taylor Johnson, yeah, he was in the movie Godzilla too. I remember.
Yeah.
He was good in that.
Yes, he was the recent one. Yeah.
I would have loved
what
to
I
have
wanna
seen
say
Tom
about-
Hardy. I would have loved
Yeah.
to seen Tom Hardy as Bond, to be honest. I
As
think he could
Bond.
have been fine. I'm not a big fan of Denis Villeneuve. I've never was. I mean, Dune's okay, what he did with Dune, but I not a big fan. I think he's a great cinematographer. Do not get me wrong. I love his cinematography, and that's how he probably started. But I don't like how now he's getting into these franchises now. Like he did Dune, he did Blade Runner, he's doing now Bond, and I'm thinking this is too much for one director, to be honest. I mean, it's my opinion, he's not that great to me. I mean, he's okay, but it's just my take. I'm just curious what next after Bond is he going to take over?
Well, I'm just concerned that Amazon is running the Bond project now, right? And
Yes.
Mhm.
I have very mixed feelings about that because I preferred when the Broccolis were still running the show, right? Because
Broccolis.
they came from the from the original films, and they ran all through those decades, and they knew what Bond was. I mean, they knew basically the foundation level Bond and what the fans wanted. And now that they're out of the picture, basically, it seems.
Well, not totally out of the picture. Let me explain how. Let me
Yeah.
quickly explain how the process works.
Certainly.
Amazon has distribution rights and has
Okay.
everything else that is mainly concerned with how to spread Bond across the world,
Okay.
all the sales and so on. However, Broccoli and Wilson have taken a back seat, so to speak, but they do have final say on who Bond's going to be. It's going to be a male. He's either going to be Scottish or British. He has the backstory where his parents died in the climbing accident. All of those things that made Bond what he is today is still going to exist. So the facsimile of Bond will be a male. There is no other female that's going to be in it. Now, as far as Lashana Lynch is concerned, she might
Charlotte's
come
going,
back.
hey.
Hey, Charlotte, go ahead. Go ahead, Charlotte.
Is it broccoli or is it broccoli?
I always thought it was
I always
broccoli.
pronounce it as broccoli.
I think
Because
I think it's broccoli. I
is it
think.
Well, it could
broccoli?
be, but
Yeah.
I think
Italian?
everybody doesn't.
Sure.
I've only heard people say broccoli like
Yeah.
like the vegetable, right? So I don't know why
We
they
do.
do.
I know.
We do that, but I've always said broccoli. I don't know. I
Yeah.
could be totally, an idiot mispronouncing it. I don't know.
Well, is Barbara Broccoli sound better than Barbara Broccoli?
Barbara
think
Broccoli sounds a lot better. Well, because now here's the thing: her father was Albert Cubby Broccoli. People were saying that. They weren't saying Albert Cubby Broccoli. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not, Charlotte. But it's Italian. What I'm saying is that back
Oh, boy.
then, everybody figured it was easier to pronounce it as broccoli, so they would say Albert Cubby Broccoli.
Yeah, it's
Which is,
Italian. Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. I understand. I
Yeah.
understand.
Oh well.
But as I mentioned just now, Broccoli and
It's
Wilson.
broccoli for you.
Michael Wilson is so great. I love the guy, and he can appear in for any future Bonds he does. He can appear in any one of them. He loves doing those cameos. I know he does. But like I said, the deal is that Amazon gets to take over majority of the shares, take over most of the company as it stands, Eon Productions and so forth. But Broccoli and Wilson still have the final say on who going to be Bond is. They have to make the final choice. So if Denis Villeneuve says he wants, because he is going to be the next director of the next Bond feature, if he wants to, choose his own Bond actor to play, the final say has to be done between the two.
Well,
That's in the stipulation. That's in the agreement. So
the thing is, I think Bond should be Scottish because Connery was Scottish, right?
I agree.
Going back to the roots of the series.
Well,
And then in
Daniel Craig was
Skyfall,
too. Daniel Craig was too. He was
in
Scottish.
Skyfall, we go back to his ancestral home in
Yes.
Scotland. So that kind of pretty much narrows it down as to what he should be. He should be a Scotsman, basically, right? So
Sure. Well, rest in peace, Albert Finney, who that was one of his last performances was in Skyfall.
Probably was his last performance. I'm
was.
guessing. Oh, he was a great actor. I remember watching his films in the 1970s when he was kind of at his peak, right? When he was younger, and an excellent actor for sure.
Yeah, Taron Egerton is one of the others that is most likely to become a Bond character, the Bond character, Vengeful Truther. Yeah, I've checked him out also. I don't have a problem with Taron. Taron is the one I believe that did the Kingsman, the Secret Service. and he's done that. He's done that franchise. So yes, he could just as easily, because he is young, and he could just as easily assume the Bond role.
And
So
wasn't
Taron
he?
is a good choice. Yeah.
And wasn't he also played in the biopic of Elton John, Rocket Man? Didn't he play Elton
Yes,
John
he
in that?
did. He was in the biopic. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, he was.
great film.
So I that's a good choice, Vengeful. Yeah.
So
Um,
he's got some acting skills then, which is a hopeful sign, right?
oh, he
Yes.
does. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
If you could play
Um,
Elton, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Well, then Rami Malek, of course, played Freddie Mercury, and then
He was
he
great.
showed up in No Time to Die.
You know,
So
He was
I
great in that.
as a Queen
He
fan
was.
though, I wasn't 100% when I watched the Queen film. I was like, it's okay, but I don't know. Like, okay, he gave it a 100%, effort. I mean, I'll give him that, but I don't know. Well, the problem was too, they kind of put the other band members in the background sometimes in that film, did they not? If I remember, I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but
Well,
and
yeah.
I think they should have had a little more Brian May, and because these were these guys. I always thought Queen was like a 4-piece equal a band. Like they
Yeah,
all wrote songs,
definitely.
they all contributed. Roger Taylor and Brian May would sing on some of the songs that they wrote, right? So I always thought, I mean, Freddie obviously was the leader because he had such a great talent. But that said, I thought all 4 members, always on pretty much every album, were making significant contributions.
Yeah,
some
yeah,
sort or another,
definitely.
they were, and I do want to acknowledge Brother Jay, because Brother Jay apparently had just come from
Hey,
his
Jay.
benefit he had today.
Oh.
So Jay, do you want to mention that
Oh.
briefly about your benefit today? You staying at and everything?
Well, let me just say that I am tired, like all get out.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
They would not let us go.
Oh wow, that's
They
great.
wanted more and more. Even after the country gospel group Lighthouse got them so excited for us because they opened up for us.
Right.
And
Wow.
them people were on their feet, clapping and everything. And we didn't even get started singing until, I would say, Renee said it was like 8 minutes just clapping. And when we started, you could barely hear the music because they're screaming and everything.
Gosh.
And
Jeez.
Wow, that's
when
awesome.
we got through, the band, since I don't know nothing about unplugging stuff and everything, they just told me and Renee to go on home. And when we got out and we went out through the side, hell, they were waiting for us. And they enjoyed it, told us thank you for everything. And then we got the text message from Lester, our road manager. He said that we knew that they completely sold out of all seats, and they delivered. All seats were filled, and they have raised enough money for her to have the surgery.
That's
Her
awesome. How
hospital.
much did
She's
they
already,
raise?
she's already had. Let me rephrase. Let me correct myself. She's already had the surgery. This was to pay for her medical bills.
Right.
So
And
her
how much
bills
did
are
they
paid
raise?
for.
How much did they raise, Jay?
With what they've already raised,
Yeah.
they've raised $25,000.
Wow.
Nice.
Amazing. I clap that.
that's
Absolutely.
great.
Now that's not the ticket sales. That's everything. Her bill
Wow.
was $25,000. From what Lester tells
and
me,
they paid that off,
they've-
right?
they've got more than 25,000.
Bet they did.
So,
I bet they did.
and
That was a wonderful thing. they
they've
did.
asked us to come back next month, and I said, well, you'll just have to talk to our manager about that because right now I'm tired. And I literally she made me lean the seat back, and I just snored all the way home.
Oh wow.
She
Yeah,
knew I was tuckered out.
Wow.
Renee is a wonderful lady, and a
Well, her
blessing to
phone
me.
was
Okay?
not working. I don't know if it was the signal or what, but she couldn't even work the recording.
Oh,
The video part of her phone. She was going to record us singing.
Oh,
oh,
And send to you, Mikey. But it wasn't
that would have
working.
been nice.
She's
I would have
actually
shown
got
it
to
to
take
everybody
her.
too. But
She's got to take her phone up to AT&T in the morning to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
She said she thinks she's got to buy another phone
probably
probably, yeah.
Mm.
they all
because
have
it's
these.
3 years old. But
They have all these
hey,
deficiencies.
as long as they enjoy it and everything, I'm happy for them. And I did do what I said I would do. I'm a man of my words. I told everybody I was dedicating private part of my heart to you and Suzanne.
I appreciate that. We both do,
Yep.
and Suzanne's
And
going,
they
"Oh,
really enjoyed. I knew they was going to enjoy that song. I just knew it. It's the greatest love song ever. So
right,
it was great.
That's good.
yeah."
Everybody's
And
tired, and everybody is grateful that we came. So that's. I didn't know that the where they was going to park was going to be at the park. Shoot.
yeah,
I
amazing.
know kids want to go to the park on Sunday afternoon, but they couldn't today.
Wow,
Everybody was
yeah,
parking everywhere they could, even across the street. They even parked at a business that is closed on Sunday.
yeah,
They enjoyed it.
Hmm.
yeah. I was gonna say this might be a stretch, but the guy, uh, the guy who assisted them, he was kind of like a Q type character in Kingsman. Was played by was played by Mark Strong, but in the first Kick Ass, uh, he was a villain in Kick Ass. But in Kingsman, he was their Q character, and I could definitely see Mark Strong becoming a villain character in a future Bond film. I really can because Mark Strong can pull it off. Yeah.
So are they
He's
rebooting the Bond franchise, or are they just continuing where
I
they left off?
haven't heard. I haven't heard yet. I do know there will be a Bond 26. Denis Villeneuve is going to be the director. That's all we know. That's why it's just titled Bond
I
26. We
didn't
don't know
hear
who the
your
next
two
Bond
songs,
character is going to
Charlotte.
be.
I'm gonna
So
have to rewatch this stream to hear it.
I loved your
I
two
could.
songs there, Charlotte.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I missed the start of the stream. I wasn't even. I didn't even know you were on, and then I noticed. You know,
Oh,
I went out and got some groceries, and I came back and it's like, hey, Charlotte's streaming. I better get on there. You know, so
Mhm.
Yes.
Would you
not to
guys?
mean not to interrupt, but I need to mention this before I forget it. I had a friend of mine use my phone and plug it up to the video system, and I had them listen to your song, your version 2, and they loved it, darling.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yep,
That's great.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Thank you, Jay.
yep.
Mind if I play the two songs right now? There's no lyric or
Yeah,
anything.
absolutely. Go
I can
ahead.
play them
So
again.
Sure.
I just
Sure.
want to quickly say I'm going to have to leave soon because Gorilla's starting his movie in about 4 or 5 minutes. So
Okay.
I'm unfortunately going to have to bail. I would stay if Gorilla wasn't doing the movie so early. I would definitely stay till the end of your stream, Charlotte. But
That's
Take
okay.
care,
yeah.
PvP.
Take
Love you,
care,
brother.
Pretty.
Well, since I
Love you,
picked the
brother.
movie, I figure I should be there, right?
I think you should PvP, especially Kick
After
Ass. You know,
Actually, I'm going to. I'll just head out and I can listen to your songs later at the start of your stream. I can replay it, right? So
Okay.
I'll just do it that way. I because I should head off because Gorilla's probably going. Where is that sob? He picked the movie and he's not even here. Damn that guy. Okay, I'm gonna head.
Okay.
Anyway,
And
have
he spoiled
a-
the mystery.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. Have fun, guys.
Okay.
Hey,
See you,
take care,
PvP.
PvP. Always,
Love
always
you, brother.
great to see you, my brother. Love you, brother. Yeah.
Okay. Who's ready?
Well, we're ready for
Alright.
your songs
go.
here, Charlotte.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3.
Cherry is my flavor, always for your pleasure. We both love hell of a boss and wanna make love in one of the classy rooms of Has-Been Hotel. We're wild and crazy, even more when we're together. People can't stand us, I bet, but I don't ever regret the moment you and I met. And I know you feel the same as you love to tame that wolfy girl inside of me. We kiss and we feel the love we hug and never let go. Side by side we're in love, even when we're apart, we're still in each other's heart. And nobody can mess with us. We fight harder than a million, whatever it takes. Our love like a bowling ball, striking out all the pins in the court. Can't stop loving the way we do, and we'll never let each other go. Oh yeah, you bring me close. My heart skips a beat, my spine shivers. I dreamt this for so long, and now you're here with me, holding me tight. We keep living, loving each other, and it never gets old. People won't understand, my parents won't approve, but I don't care what anybody thinks, because what we have is more precious than the one ring itself. We kiss and we feel the bliss, we hold on, we never let go. Side by side we're in love, even when we're apart, we're still in each other's heart. And no, nobody can mess with us. We fight harder than a million war tanks. Our love like a bowling ball, striking out all the pins in the court. Can't stop loving the way we do, and we'll never let each other go. Oh yeah, we don't know how we do it, but we do it with ease. And we're proud how far we've come to make our stand against them all who try to tear us apart. I love you, oh I really do, and I know you do too. We kiss and we feel the bliss, we hold on, we never let go. Side by side we're in love, even when we're apart, we're still in each other's heart. And nobody can mess with us. We fight harder than a million warmer tanks. Our love like a bowling ball, striking out all the pins in the court. Can't stop loving the way we do, and we'll never let each other go. Oh yeah.
Good.
Nice.
Was that you singing? No?
Were those your lyrics, Charlotte? Yes. Okay. Now
Yeah,
that wasn't her voice, but that was the lyrics. She wrote
I
those
wanna
lyrics.
I wanna hear a song that you've written, but I wanna hear you sing it one day.
Yeah.
You're on mute, hon.
I'll see if
You're
I
on
can do
here?
that.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Professional again. Yeah. Yeah. It's not my voice, but yeah, I wrote the lyrics, and yeah, sure, I'll do that sometime for sure.
Yeah, she's done that for a lot of her songs. You know,
Oh, I told
Charlotte
Renee
is a
that
very
was not
great
your voice
songwriter.
in your version too, and she said, "Shut the front door." Well, she didn't say "shut the front door." She said something else, and I said, "That's what she says," and she said, I am really sad.
You didn't need to tell her. Oh, great. Now I broke a
Oh.
heart. I broke a heart.
No. She still gets hot over that song. She loves dancing to that
Wow.
song, darling.
Okay.
There's
Here's the next song. This is more 80s vibe. Let's see if you guys like this one. All
okay.
right.
Oh yeah.
Definitely 80.
So you kiss me and say you love me, but then you move away feeling ashamed. I don't know how you can say what you've said and walk away as if it never happened. Maybe I'm too much into this, too mesmerized by your kiss, craving your touch like a dog craves its master. Don't know what went wrong, but you tell me that it wasn't me. Hard to believe when that's been said before, and it was a lie. Hurts more to be lied to by you than the pain that comes from the truth. And I know you never meant to hurt me, 'cause I know how much you hate to see me drenched in my own tears. So you wish I left you alone for a while, but then I see you still want me around. I don't know why you hide what you're feeling inside and walk away as if it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm too much into this, too willing to take the risk, craving your temptation like a vampire to a mortal love. Don't know what went wrong, but you tell me that it wasn't me. Hard to believe when that's been said before, and it was a lie. Hurts more to be lied to by you than the pain that comes from the truth. And I know you never meant to hurt me, 'cause I know how much you hate to see me drenched in my own tears. Don't think I don't know what you're feeling inside. I guess you're too scared to hold something so sacred as is my heart. And I don't blame you when you fear to drop and shatter me like a crystal ball. Don't know what went wrong, but you tell me that it wasn't me. Hard to believe when that's been said before, and it was a lie. Hurts more to be lied to by you than the pain that comes from the truth. And I know you never meant to hurt me, 'cause I know how much you hate to see me drenched in my own tears.
That is a #1 hit.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good song. That reminded me, like I said, it reminded me of Tina Turner.
It had
that
it
kind
had
of.
that
It
Tina vibe, didn't it?
it actually sounded like the woman who sang the Jim and the Hologram songs in the cartoon.
Oh yeah, the Gem Girl, right? The
Yeah,
cartoon series, Gem. Yeah,
yeah.
that did sound like
Boy,
that.
she's got a
That's a good.
beautiful
That's a good
voice.
point. Yeah. And then
Is
welcome
are you
to.
going to release that on YouTube, or are
Mhm.
they making that into an album?
I'm listening on YouTube, but if Alva wants to work on that, sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that'd
I
be
would
great.
love to see that on YouTube. I would love to hear it on YouTube. Man, I found another song Renee's gonna love.
The collab. There we go. That would be
Yeah.
wonderful. Yeah. I
You
just want to quickly mention we have Lester's Skeptic Tank Obsessions is in the chat, and he's been listening. He says, I can get down with this. I said, thank you, Lester, and welcome, welcome. He's listening in. The timeless musical hooks, right? Can't pin it to a single decade's aesthetic. Uh, right, that's true. But it gives you a little bit of bits apart. I think both Alvin and I agreed, and Jay, that it's got a little bit of that Tina vibe, and like he said, the Gem, the early '90s, and the
Yeah,
holograms, Gem's like lead vocals there.
Late
Uh,
80s, around
yeah,
85,
late
86,
'80s
yeah,
something like
was it
that.
late
exactly.
'80s, early '90s?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
Late
was the
'80s, early
same year
'90s, definitely.
as the Transformers, Thundercats, all them. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, simply and Alva, yeah, good point. Simply the best is actually me and Suzanne's one of our all time favorites. She is the best, and she considers me the best, and she actually dedicated that song to me when we were starting to date. When we were
oh
starting to
wow,
get together. Yeah, simply the
Yeah.
best. She called me simply the
yeah,
best. I was like, wow. I was just blown away, and now that Tina's passed away, rest in peace.
yeah,
Uh, you know, it means even more so to me now today than ever.
yes.
And whenever I hear it, those dum 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 dum
Well,
dum
whoever
dum dum,
that woman is
it's like those
singing,
first couple chords is
they need to release it into an album because that she would destroy the rock charts, the pop charts with that song.
what the song we just heard. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's a number.
There you go, Charlotte. That's something
Let
you got to
let
pursue.
let me give you an explanation how I know.
Yeah.
Every song that I've ever heard that was first released on radio, on the countdown,
Mhm.
before it went up to number one. I knew it was going to be a number one because the first time I heard it gave me goosebumps. Every song that's ever went
Mm.
to number one that
Mm.
I've heard, it gave me extreme goosebumps. That's a number one song.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
I was
telling you.
sitting in an 11-story building listening to the alternative rock station at the time, The Zone. They called it KZON there in Phoenix. And the first time I heard Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden, I knew that song was, oh my God, I knew right away.
I don't know who
Gave me
that is or the
goosebumps.
song,
It
but
gave me
I agree with
shivers.
you then.
It
Oh, I
was
got
it
what?
was it was the great to me it was the greatest rock ballad that had appeared in the last 25 years. Chris Cornell basically sells his entire soul in that song, and
And
rightfully
the music.
so, and he should. And I talked to him through YouTube. I knew him briefly, and he was such a
Oh
wonderful man.
wow,
I mean, he was
the music
he was
video is great
very
too.
yeah, he was very accommodating. Well, this is a funny story. My previous channel, Warlord Fade, has a number of karaoke songs I've sang, and for some reason, to this day, I still don't understand it. But for some reason, Chris Cornell was listening, and he came across my channel and heard one of my songs. And I wish I could remember which one it was. But anyway, so he came across it, and he said, I should talk to this man because he's got a voice. So I talked to him through email. I still used email, so I did messaging, and we went back and forth. And I'll never forget what he said to me was on Super Unknown, which was their big hit album. Um, I asked him. I said, "Well, what I listened to Black Hole Sun. First time I heard it, it blew me away. I mean, it's so fantastic." He says, "But I'm known for that." He says, the one song we're not really known for as much is the very next one on the album. And I said, oh my gosh, you mean Spoon Man?
Spoon Man, yeah.
He said yes. He said yes. He said Spoon Man is like underrated. He even said Tom Morello, who performed with him on it, said that's one of my favorite songs. I love that song. And I'm like, I said, wow, okay. Um, couldn't argue with the man. You know, I mean, it just, yeah, it was so sad when he and Chester Bennington, literally, right, within a month of each other,
Yeah.
terrible losses.
Brutal.
Terrible loss. Yeah, my sister
Brutal.
who lived out of Long Beach used to see Chester run up and down with his dog every day, you know, and the guy from Beastie Boys, and yeah, and both those losses, terrible. Yeah, just terrible.
Hey, Alpha, do you want to show off the progress of the songs we've been doing, or do you want to do that still?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead,
sure.
Alva.
Okay,
I could, I just let me share it.
All right.
okie
Are you a musician?
He
Alpha
is.
is,
Well,
yes.
Yes,
you
I
can
am.
see his guitar back there.
I thought
You
I
can see his
saw
guitar.
something,
Right,
but
that's a guitar back
I
there.
couldn't
Yeah.
tell.
What other
couldn't
instruments do
tell.
you play, Alva? Because I know Charlotte's multi-talented. She plays.
Well, actually, my first instrument actually I ever played was I started off on the saxophone. It was my first instrument in the school band,
Oh, wow.
and
Yeah, saxophone. That's difficult. Yes.
yeah,
Agree.
alto saxophone specifically, and
Oh, wow.
we
Cool.
play the best thing I ever did. We learned to play the Star Wars theme. The dun 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 dun. dun. We play that. Yeah, we
Yeah.
play that on the saxophone. And yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's Star Wars. There's so much cool stuff you can play like on saxophone. It sounds awesome.
Yeah. I told you guys my first instrument I learned was, I learned on a recorder. I was only in third grade. I learned on a recorder, and then I learned to play a flute. My two favorite flautists is the Marshall Tucker Band, Marshall Tucker himself that plays the flute, and of course Ian Anderson, who's from Jethro Tull. I mean, he is my
Mhm.
flautist. There's
Yeah.
no other great flautist out there. There is one lady though on YouTube. Her name is Helene, and Helene is a great flautist. She loves to play flute, loves to play piccolo, and I'm like, wow, yeah, she's amazing. Helene is her name. You should check her out. She's available out there. Yeah, she's got some great performance. But go ahead, Alva. I'm sorry. I
Oh yeah.
kind of-
Well, speaking of the recorder, when I was in school, in high school,
Yeah.
actually, I took all the music classes I could, and they actually gave us recorders, piccolos to take home, and I wish
Yeah.
everybody would do that in every school. Like, just give them a piccolo or an instrument to take home, and some kids will throw it, not use it or anything, but some kids will actually, if you just give it to them, they'll actually start using it and maybe become a musician.
Well, when I was in ninth grade, when I was in ninth grade, my favorite memory, I was attending a Catholic high school, and I was in the band, and we got to recreate the four people, the drummer, the piccolo, of course I was the piccolo, of the 1776, where the four of them are marching over the hill,
Oh
and
yeah,
all four of them are playing, and I'm playing the piccolo, and one of
drum
my
and fife stuff.
yes. One played
Awesome.
the fife, one played the piccolo, one played the drums, and one carried the flag. Yeah,
That's very
so-
cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, we got to do it for a halftime show for our football team. So, yeah,
That's awesome.
the Eagles. They were called the Golden Eagles, Borgate Catholic High School. Yeah, I remember it well. Yeah, it
Oh
was
yeah,
fun
these are
though.
the tracks. This is the song me and
Okay,
Ashton are working on.
all right.
So I basically what we would do is we use the Suno AI, and it allows you to download the stems, which is basically all the individual master tracks. So it allows you to download the drums, which these are the drums, and then the vocals. And I doubled everything pretty much: the synthesizer, the keyboard, and then I added my own. This is all my stuff. I added guitar,
Mhm.
and my own synthesizer and stuff.
Do you like to go double or triplicate on your voice? Do you like doing that sometimes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love experimenting. With the vocals. Sometimes I'll do. Like for example, with this song, I have. Let's see. Let's see. I have
Yeah, I think it might have been.
EQ.
Yeah. Now that I think of it, I think it might have been that Beatles harmony I did because one of my friends is all you need is lub. He says it Lub. Mr. Lub is a great friend of mine, and he did a
Hello, I do.
4 part harmony. Hey, how's it going, brother?
Hey,
Good to see you. Yeah, you did a four
thanks.
part harmony of Because himself, and it was fantastic. Um, and I found a karaoke version of it where it was perfectly all three of the Beatles singing in their triple voice. So
Oh,
I just
wow.
added mine, and it was perfect. It's on my Warlord Fate channel if you get a chance to look for it.
That
It's
that
really
was
good.
George Martin produced that, probably, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, George
Yeah.
Martin. Well, okay. It really came from John Lennon himself. The way that he proposed it to Paul and to George was they wanted to triplicate their voices. They wanted to go overdub track, but they wanted to do it in a three, you know, and magnify their voices 3 times. And it's one of the greatest harmonies, and um, it's purely their voices. Like the majority of the song, I think there's very little um,
And they're
music
also using
wise.
mono, right? They were using mono recording. They
They were
weren't using
using mono
stereo.
dubs. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And that was just fantastic. Yeah, great
Yeah, so
stuff.
I know some people when they make songs, if there's two voices at the same time, they record it isolated. Would record one person and then the other person, they put it together. And some
Yes.
people record it where they're if singing two people in the studio at the same time.
Yeah. That's why I loved bands like the Beatles, the Police, Rolling Stones. There are groups that could do mono tracks. They could mono dub tracks, but they could also do overdub tracks and things like that, and make them work and seem fluid, like without any problem. And I mean, it's just
Okay.
great bands
Yeah.
like that.
Brian Wilson, Beach Boys, he did it
Oh,
all
Brian
himself.
Wilson, who we just lost. Yeah, correct. Yes,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he did. He took the Phil Spector Wall of Sound
Mhm.
technique, and he did his own. He created his own thing off of that.
Did you ever listen to one of their greatest albums, Pet Sounds? I've
Of
listened to
course.
the entire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I have. I've been listening to the Beach Boys.
I'm talking to
Since,
musicians here. They should absolutely know, right? Pet Sounds. Yes, I've heard the entire album. So yes, great.
Smile is actually my favorite. The unreleased the demos from Smile. I love more than
I
any of
I
them.
actually like God Only Knows. To me, that's a perfect album.
Yeah, of course. Oh,
When it has the
that's
dun 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 dun, dun and it does all this great stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
And Paul said he
That
got
is
his inspiration from it. So to make the White Album and the other and Abbey Road, he's got all his
yeah.
inspiration from that. So
Which is the one where the album art is where they're walking across the street.
yeah,
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that Abbey Road or the White Album? Where they're walking this album
the
art
one where
is
they're
there.
walking across the street is Abbey Road,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's a lot
Okay.
of controversy because I think that you know Paul McCartney died in a car crash in
Yeah.
1966.
Yeah.
So
He's
that
not
people
wearing any
think that they
shoes.
foreshadowed his death with the album art.
Yeah,
He's not
well,
wearing.
if you
No,
look
Not
at it,
wearing any
that's one of
shoes
these
in the picture.
conspiracies that's like a bridge too far even for me.
yes,
I don't think
yes,
that was like a conspiracy there.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Alpha,
It's
whenever you're ready.
go ahead, Alvin.
Oh, I was just gonna share. I was just sharing that. I don't think I can share the audio.
Oh,
Sure you can.
okay.
Isn't there a?
No, I
I've done
can't
it
do it
before.
I can't do it while I'm streaming it. I'm using the same audio driver right now
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that I would use for
That's
this.
fine. I mean, showing us is
I
great.
just
I
wanted to
mean,
show you guys.
oh,
But
darn. Okay.
but the Abbey Road cover, um, we could talk about that real quick. Just
Sure.
the conspiracy theories behind that.
Oh, and there are plenty. If you look over at the Volkswagen Bug, which is over there in the corner, where it says "if 27," if he had lived, he would have been
Right?
27.
Exactly. There's so much stuff. There's so much.
Yeah,
At the
there's
time.
also the 27 Club. That's another
The
conspiracy.
27 Club, right?
Yeah, where a
exactly.
lot of celebrities
I
died
think
at
that's kind of
27.
how. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it got started. To be
Amy
honest.
Winehouse, 27. Who else? I know there's a few more.
Amy Winehouse,
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain, um,
Prince.
Prince. Yes,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
okay.
Was Prince? Um, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison,
Hmm.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix.
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
Wasn't Tupac shot in 96?
Well, no.
1996?
Michael Jackson died when he was 50. Michael
Oh.
Jackson
Yeah.
died when he was 50. No, and Prince died, but I think Prince was in his early 40s when he passed.
Okay.
No, I thought he was
And,
60s.
Was he 60s? Okay.
I thought he was
He died
60.
Does
about-
anybody know how old Tupac was when he died?
Oh, Tupac Shakur? Yeah.
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 I don't remember. what
Let
age
me
he
check.
was.
Let me check here.
But I think
He-
it was 96.
Let's see. Prince
Oh,
died when
there's-
he
there's
was
my-
58.
Oh,
Yeah.
58 is when Prince died. That's how old he was. 58.
he was 58 years old.
Let
Okay.
me see. Tupac is
Was. Yeah.
or was, sorry. He was, let me do my math, 25.
He was 25.
Okay.
No.
But here's the thing. He died 96, so that's 996. So you could go, that was a satanic Illuminati sacrifice because it's 996. So if you turn the 6 upside down, or the last
Yes.
9, it'd be 666. See?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like
Well,
there's going to be conspiracies
it
about
makes sense.
any
That's
celebrity
why-
dying.
Yeah. Well, that's what Suzanne and I believe is that in November of 1966, Paul
Yeah.
McCartney died in a car crash.
Uh-huh.
They mention it. They even, if you look at, and I'm glad that Suzanne woke me up to this, but if you even watch Free as a Bird, in Free as a Bird video that they did in 1995, not very close to 96, with Jeff Lynne and all that, they show in that video exactly how the crash occurred, what the aftermath was, the bodies standing around the body so that no one could identify it. Yeah, I mean, you go answer
Yeah,
me
that's
on that.
called
I mean,
foreshadowing. That's called
Yes.
foreshadowing. Yeah.
Yes, and the person
And
who was standing
that's a
in the
lot of
corner,
that going on. 9/11 too, foreshadowing
Yeah.
in movies.
but the person that
I've
was
seen
standing
that.
in the
Is that
corner
that is
was
a real
Stephanie Mills.
conspiracy.
No, Mike, I was going to say that the person who was standing at the corner was Stephanie Mills, who the alternate fall later married to shut her up because she was going to tell people. She was going to tell them exactly
Kurt
what happened.
Cobain, there's a lot of people think that he got assassinated too, and they suicided him.
Yeah,
Courtney, what's her name? Her
Courtney Love.
girlfriend has.
Courtney Love
Courtney
had a
Love,
thing
yeah.
in it. Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah, there's definitely suspicious stuff about that.
yeah.
a lot.
And
It is something that we can
by
all discuss,
suicide.
gentlemen. Yeah, it's something that we definitely in mysteries. I plan on doing that.
Yeah.
A lot of the mysterious deaths, like Marilyn Monroe. Why did she die?
The
She
Kennedys.
never did.
She
her
was a
rituals,
mistress
things
to
like
the
that.
Kennedys, yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing, the Kennedys,
Right.
Dorothy Kilgallen, who was an investigative journalist, and she was on this channel, What's My Line? Okay, she was a regular there on the panel, and she was interviewed, like looking into the Kennedy case, and then she
Yes.
died under suspicious circumstances. So
Yes.
maybe she uncovered something, and they were trying to keep her from publishing it or something like this.
Well,
Jimi
and,
Hendrix too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and there was during the Clinton administration, there was Vince Foster. Vince Foster was going to reveal a lot of things about what's going on, behind the scenes, and things are happening. And
Yeah.
well, look what happened to him. So I mean,
Died. Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a documentary called The Clinton Chronicles dealing with Arkansas, Mena, Arkansas.
you mean of all the people
and
they've
the
knocked
Clintons.
off?
And there's like a
Wow.
lot of people, their death was ruled suicide or an accident, and it's real
Absolutely.
sus. Yeah.
Yes.
They were supposedly doing drug running, like allegedly.
And I was going to say thank you, Charlotte, for acknowledging God Only Knows. It's the best song on the album. It truly is.
It is.
I think it is because it's just simple. Pet Sounds, great album, no doubts. But I mean, that particular song hits home. It hits me. Like when Ozzy passed away.
Yeah.
Mama, I'm Coming Home. Uh, I was lucky enough to perform that for someone. Someone wanted me to sing it. So I was in a karaoke bar back in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I sang that for everybody. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. They applauded me.
This
And
is
then
like
my wife,
a memory, like a cherished memory for you.
yeah, it is very cherished memory
Yeah, a
because
lot of times a song it will have some kind of memory, like your favorite song.
it,
Maybe you
it
remember the
brings a
first
lot.
time you heard it, it was in a movie or
True,
something, or on a date
very
with a
true, Mike.
girl, and it's
Yeah,
like the song has some connection to it, like real
it
life
does. It
connection.
has a very personal connection because
Uh-huh.
I felt like when I finally met Suzanne, I'm coming home. This is my wife. This is my partner, my soulmate. This is the person I'm going to be with the rest of my life. And that's what it meant to me. And you know, what's great about Ozzy and Sharon's relationship is that Sharon was there for him regardless.
Yeah.
She was a saint.
Yeah.
She could have
Okay.
left. She could have left him anytime.
Yeah.
I, she could have done
All
anything.
right,
Yeah.
so you're wrapping up.
Are
Yep.
you wrapping up? Okay.
Okay, I hope to be able to join you again earlier sometime. I came
Sure.
just at the last stretch here,
Yes.
so.
Yeah. I need to be more prepared on my setting
I
up
think
live
this is the
streams.
second time I'm a guest here, and your community seems to be decent.
Well,
Some
Yes.
streams I go to, it's like people start harassing you and like attack you. It's very toxic. But thus far, the second time I've been here, I haven't had
right.
any problems with anybody here. So it
Yeah.
seems like a decent place to hang out if you want to like do on a panel.
Yeah.
Well,
You're always welcome here, Mike.
yeah,
Thank you.
you're always welcome, Mike. Yeah, I just want to
Thank you.
say lastly that again, I want to thank Charlotte for bringing me on board. I want to thank her for bringing Alva, for Brother Jay, for Mike, for PvP. I love when we do these panels. Charlotte is the best. She is the best hostess with the mostest, and she is starting to
Okay.
grow. She is starting to show more of her beauty inside and out. And we love you, daughter. I just
Okay.
wanted to say that we love you.
Love you too. Love all of you.
Love you all,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay, take care, everybody.
Okay. Take care,
Take care.
everybody.
Take
Okay,
care,
bye.
everyone.
Have a great evening.
You too. Good week.